On the February 18th episode, viewers witnessed a tender scene between Tate and Holly. Concerned for Holly's well-being, Tate took a moment to check on her, making sure she felt safe and secure in their relationship. The question came straight from his heart, "Are you sure everything's going to be okay?" It was the kind of caring, protective concern a partner might express in any loving romance. Holly, never one to hold back her emotions, responded without hesitation, "Don't worry, Tate. Nothing will go wrong. Everything will be perfect." On the surface, this simple response might sound like the standard reassurance you'd expect from someone who's determined to brush away any worries. However, longtime Days of Our Lives fans know that such declarations in Salem are fraught with dramatic possibilities. Whether it's a wedding day fiasco involving an uninvited ex-lover or a long-lost sibling suddenly emerging with life-altering secrets, this town has a knack for turning tranquility into turmoil in the blink of an eye. For decades, Days of Our Lives has thrived on moments where characters speak with absolute certainty about their futures and then fate swiftly intervenes. If someone says they have the perfect plan or they're absolutely sure nothing will go wrong, it usually means that they're about to get a rude awakening. Holly's confident comment could very well signal that she's on the verge of discovering her life is about to turn upside down. Some fans may recall countless other moments when, for instance, a bride exclaims that her wedding day will be the happiest of her life only to see it end in scandalous chaos. Or when a secret is supposedly buried for good only for that very secret to pop up at the worst possible time, wreaking havoc on multiple families. In Salem, these moments of misplaced certainty are practically a tradition, and they always pave the way for dramatic fallout. One of the biggest issues on the horizon is Holly's belief that she's protected from any major surprises, specifically an unplanned pregnancy. While she insists she's on birth control, Salem's track record with reliable contraception is shaky at best. Fans will remember more than a few surprising pregnancy storylines that began with a character's firm belief that they were safe. It's entirely possible that Holly has only recently started her birth control regimen. If that's the case, one missed pill or an improper dosage could be enough to leave her vulnerable to a big surprise. And even when birth control is taken correctly, it's common knowledge, at least on Days of Our Lives, that no method is foolproof, particularly when drama demands an unexpected twist. Imagine Holly waking up one morning to notice something's off. Maybe she feels unusually tired, a bit queasy, or simply out of sorts. As the days go by, she starts counting them and realizes she's late. Fear creeps in, but she tries to brush it away. "It's just stress," she tells herself. "I've been busy. It's nothing." But the doubt doesn't stay buried for long. She finds it increasingly difficult to concentrate, and every conversation with Tate or their friends intensifies her worry. Soon, she decides she needs to confide in someone who won't judge her. She might turn to Doug Williams III, Peyton Meyer, a trusted ally who is usually there to lend a sympathetic ear. Opening up about her concerns, she'll confess her fear that despite her best efforts, she could be facing a life-changing pregnancy. Even if this turns out to be nothing more than a false alarm, the emotional toll on Holly could be immense. Will she tell Tate immediately, or will she keep it to herself until she knows for certain? What if she tries to hide the symptoms, hoping she can deal with the situation alone? Salem's history suggests that secrets never remain hidden for long, and if Holly tries to manage this potential pregnancy scare in private, there's a high chance it will backfire and cause even greater strain down the road. On top of the anxiety swirling around Holly's possible pregnancy, Tate is already dealing with the complicated aftermath of Sophia Choi's, Rachel Boyd, baby. That situation alone is enough to put anyone on edge, especially Tate, who is pulled in multiple directions as he tries to figure out how to be a responsible figure in Sophia's child's life. Tate might be wrestling with a mixture of guilt, confusion, and a lingering sense of duty. The arrival of another baby on the scene could push him to a breaking point. How can he juggle two major family obligations at once, especially if the relationships involved are rocky to begin with? And how can he ensure that no child of his, biological or not, ends up feeling overlooked, neglected, or resented? Accusations and rising suspicion in Salem. Rumors spread faster than a brush fire on a windy day. If word gets out that Holly might be pregnant, it won't be long before people start whispering about her motives. Did she do this on purpose? Some might ask. Is she trying to trap Tate so she can keep him away from Sophia? Others might suspect that Holly sees Tate drifting back toward Sophia, and that this is her desperate attempt to hang on to him. Even if Holly's intentions are completely innocent, Tate may struggle with his own doubts. The stress of his existing obligations, coupled with the shock of a potential pregnancy, might cause him to question Holly's sincerity. The seeds of mistrust could easily sprout into a full-blown confrontation, fueled by fear and uncertainty from both parties. If Tate accuses Holly of deliberately getting pregnant, she may react with anger and heartbreak. All of a sudden, the love and tenderness the two share could be replaced by suspicion and regret. A pregnancy scare, or a confirmed pregnancy, would cause waves of change in more lives than just Holly's and Tate's. Their families, friends, and even acquaintances around town could be affected. Imagine how John Black or Marlena Evans might respond, stepping in to offer advice from decades of witnessing and enduring Salem's biggest scandals and heartbreaks. Or perhaps a character like Nicole Walker might reach out to Holly to guide her through a difficult choice, since Nicole knows more than a little about complicated pregnancies and maternal heartbreak. Such a storyline could also impact Sophia Choi directly, especially if Tate's attention shifts away from her child's future. Would Sophia feel abandoned or betrayed? Would she fight harder to keep Tate close to her and her baby, igniting a new round of tension? Alternatively, maybe she would try to console Tate in his moment of panic, adding yet another emotional layer to an already intense situation. If Days of Our Lives has taught us anything, it's that any hint of a pregnancy storyline can open the door to multiple surprises. A false alarm, Holly's late period might just be stress or an unrelated medical issue, and the couple emerges from the scare closer than before or further divided by the relief that followed such tension. A real pregnancy, if a test confirms Holly is carrying Tate's baby, will they unite, or will the strain tear them apart? Could Tate's doubts or Holly's frustration at being questioned destroy their bond? Custody battles and conflicted emotions, an actual baby would force Holly and Tate to confront bigger issues. Where will the baby live? How will they navigate Sophia's presence? Could Tate's existing responsibilities lead to feelings of resentment or second-guessing? One or more of these potential outcomes could send shockwaves throughout Salem, rippling through friendships, romances, and alliances that have held steady for years. Drama has always been the lifeblood of Salem, and this situation promises plenty of it. Bracing for the fallout for viewers who have been faithfully watching Days of Our Lives since its early years, or even just in the last decade, this potential plot twist fits right into the grand tradition of heartbreak, redemption, and shocking reveals. Will Holly's bold reassurance that everything will be perfect turn out to be the biggest jinx of all? Or might her confidence lead to a surprising sense of strength if she does indeed face a pregnancy? No matter the outcome, fans can expect tension, confusion, and a roller coaster of emotions. As we tune in to watch Holly and Tate navigate this turbulent chapter, let's remember Salem's long history of unpredictable storylines. The characters we've grown to love rarely get through life unscathed when they start promising perfection. Given Days of Our Lives' unwavering commitment to twists and turns, there's no doubt that Holly's storyline could take several dramatic directions. Her promise that nothing will go wrong may become her biggest regret, or it might become a humorous piece of irony she looks back on once the dust settles. If the show's history is any guide, heartbreak and triumph could be right around the corner in equal measure. Keep watching in the coming weeks for more clues about Holly's health and the state of her relationship with Tate. Fans should be prepared for tense conversations, possible misunderstandings, and maybe even the beginnings of a fresh rivalry if Sophia feels threatened. Through it all, we'll be here, keeping an eye on every development and every spoiler. In Salem, you never really know what's going to happen next, but one thing is clear. The fallout from Holly's little piece of optimism could be bigger than anyone ever imagined. Stay tuned for more updates on Holly, Tate, Sophia, and the rest of your favorite characters as Days of Our Lives continues to dish out the drama day after day. Whether you've been watching for 5 years or 50, you know that whenever someone in Salem claims everything is fine, it's probably about to explode in the most dramatic way possible. On the February 18th episode, viewers witnessed a tender scene between Tate and Holly. Concerned for Holly